Hello and welcome to Tune Into Wellness Today. My name is Lisa Marie Tersini and I am the host of today's television show. I am also a holistic health counselor and the owner of a company called Inspiring Wellness Solutions. Today I have two magnificent gentlemen that will be speaking about the programs they offer to help and assist the company and the community at large. My first guest is Asad Al-Karabi from Music to My Hair Salon and Advanced Academy located in Latham, New York. Asad is a master hairstylist, an educator, a business owner. Welcome, Asad.
Thank you, Lisa Marie.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So you have this fabulous venue in Latham, New York called Music to My Hair Salon and Advanced Academy. What was the inspiration that brought you to open this venue?
Well, as a hair artist, I'm inspired by music and art, and I wanted to bring something different to the area, something exciting and new. My vision is to have local artists and local musicians under one roof with the hairstylist. This way we can all collaborate and inspire each other. And the best thing about this is we can work together to give back to the local community.
It is beautiful. Now, I'd love for you to tell me a little bit about the Academy. I'm incredibly impressed with this Academy that you have, the Advanced Academy. How does that work, and what do you actually do with those that go through the Academy?
Yeah, so, I've been doing hair for over 16 years, and I've worked at a lot of good salons through my career. And one thing that we all lack is education in those salons, So I wanted to bring something different. Advanced Academy is literally having advanced educators come in from all over, the States and possibly the world eventually. I would like to have that. And, give the local cosmetologists opportunity to take some advanced courses above and beyond what they already learned in school.
I think that is beautiful.
Thank you.
So what you're doing is you're giving these employees that work for you an opportunity to advance their education.
Yes, not only the employees, but also any cosmetologist and from any salon are welcome to attend these courses and classes that we offer.
I did not know that. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
And then what you're doing is you're also enhancing the community. So if I were to come into your salon to have my hair done, I'm going to have or may have someone who has this advanced education.
That's correct.
Right? So I'm also going to have, hypothetically, a better haircut.
That's
better, all right, that's fabulous that you're doing this. I'm amazed by that. So how does someone enter into that salon? They first have to have their cosmetology degree or certificate to enter into your program?
Yes, that's correct. We welcome graduates from any hair school, and what we do is we educate them and we train them so everybody's on the same level. We have a tier system at Music to My Hair, and everything that we do in the salon is kind of reflects on music and art. So in our tier system it starts at gold, platinum, and so on. And each tier that you move up, you'd have to take a series of classes and get, your certificates so you can move up. So that's how we go about that.
Like a gold platinum record.
That's it.
That's where you're going. I love it.
Thank
so
you.
How does that impact the community then? For example, again, if I were in there, do I have a choice to have a stylist who offers a gold level cut and color, and then someone who,
Absolutely, yes. So you come in and then you'll based on your comfort, you can select any stylist from whatever level that you want, whether it's gold, platinum, or even an artistic director like myself. So no matter who you get at Music to My Hair, I'm sure that you're going to be happy because the level of education that we do is, excellent. So,
speaking about education, you have trained throughout the country.
That's right.
So please tell us where you trained and who you trained with.
Well, I started here in Albany, and I went to a cosmetology school named the Orlo Cosmetology. And then after that, I decided to further my career in education. So I've done a lot of work in the city. I'm platform artist, doing some work behind the scenes kind of thing. That was really, really fun and inspiring. Then after that, I moved to North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, and I studied at some of the best academies throughout the U.S. Aveda is one of them, and Vidal Sassoon Advanced Academy in Santa Monica, California, Toronto, and so on, Tony and Guy. So I'm not done You know, I always want to educate myself and educate others.
So right here in Albany, we have this multi-state, highly educated hair artist. Who would not want to go to you?
Thank you.
Really, right? Who would not want to go to you? So Assad, I also am so impressed with this venue that you have for musicians, poets, mime, artists. And I would love you to tell me about what drove you to open up this venue so the community can come in and partake of this.
Well, the question is, why not? You know, I just saw something special in all these artists, and you know, I wanted all of us to kind of just collaborate and get together, and having all these venues is really, really important and fun. So whether it's a charity event venue or having some kind of an art show, you know, featuring an artist who is, you know, want to get discovered, he's got or her got beautiful work and it's just sitting there, you know, why not just bring it into the salon, have everybody come take a look at it, have it catered, have food, have wine, have fun, laugh and smile. That's what it's all about.
It is.
Yeah.
That's great. And so the community can come in to these venues when you host them. That's open to the public. And then people can do private events at your salon as well.
That's correct.
Private charity events, because it's a huge. How many square feet is that?
It's approximately 3,500 square feet. It's very, very open floor plan, very high ceilings, 25-foot ceilings, I think, or even higher. I really, really love this space. When I first looked at it, it was just dirt, you know, and there was no windows or anything. And my vision, you know, came alive when I took a stick and I drew on dirt, you know, for the perimeter. And I'd go home and I'd vision how I want things laid out and everything. And it came alive now.
Well, you're an artist, so you have that eye for color and detail and creativity. And I've been in your salon, and it's absolutely stunning. So, one of the other things that I think is very interesting is that people can do and host their charity events there.
Yes.
You know, as I just said, so that brings a lot of exposure into your salon, so people can really not understand how magnificent it is, I think, until they are there. So I really encourage people to come in and see that. We do have images that people will see today during the interview, so that will, you know, whet their appetite a little bit about that. I really appreciate that. What I really brought you in here for is because I'm a healer and I do healing work, and I bring people onto my show who offer healing, and art is extremely healing.
Yes, it is.
It is comforting, it is relaxing, and it brings healing to people who need it. So I do absolutely appreciate what you're doing there.
Thank you.
The collaboration you have with artists, the collaboration you have with other schools, you know, to bring people in for higher education. I'm a huge proponent of higher education, and so that just impresses me. You really are supporting young people, you know, you are supporting the community as a whole. Tell me some benefits that you have seen with people who have come into your salon and have, you know, have utilized your services. What are some of the things that you've seen?
Well, you know, one thing that people do say is that our salon is so different than many salons they've been to. You know, from the minute you walk in and the way you're greeted, for example. People say that we listen, and that's like really, really big to me. We give a thorough consultation, you know, studying the bone structure, the face shape, you know, the hair texture, all that good stuff. And, you know, that's half the battle right there, is just listening and figuring out something that's going to work for the both of us, and voila. You know?
People want to be heard, and I know with my practice, I'm a health counselor in my practice, people want to be heard, and that is not given very freely today.
That's right.
So whether you're going to, you know, a physician or wherever you might be going, or to a hair salon, you know what, you get in, you sit in the chair, and they just start cutting your hair. So people want to be heard, they want to be appreciated. That's beautiful. I would imagine that men and women that come into your salon, because of the attention you're giving to them, because you are listening to them, and because you have these trained stylists as well as yourself, they're walking out of there feeling a little bit sexier, prettier, more confident. Am I correct in saying that?
Absolutely. You know, the reviews, if you visit musictomyhair.com or even go on Facebook, you know, they speak for themselves. People are just simply happy. You know, we deliver.
Why Albany, New York? Latham, New York,
Why
essentially.
not? Why not? You know, I'm so sick of people saying, oh, there's nothing around here, you know, this place is kind of blah, 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 you know, and I just wanted to bring something fun and exciting. Okay. So why not just do it here?
Great.
And there's a really good local and art scene, a local art scene and a music scene around here, so I wanted to bring everyone together and just have music to my hair.
It's a great venue. It really is. Anything else you'd like to add today?
Actually, I just wanted to say thank you very much for your time and your support. I'm speaking to the local community. Actually, we had a couple really nice events, and it's kind of like really nice just to give back. And I want to keep going with this and hopefully bring smiles to everybody's face.
Isn't it great? Giving back is a form of tithing, really.
That's right.
Tithing is a term that they use to give back, and you do that very well. And
thank you.
You're just so supportive of the community. So thank you very much, Assad.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. If you would like more information about Assad, go online to musictomyhair.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
And my second guest today is Reverend Joseph Kelleher from
Divine Guardian Ministries.
And
the Greater Capital Region Division of the New York State Chaplain Task Force.
Excellent. Thank you, Joe. Joseph is a chaplain, as we know, and a minister. He is a husband and father of 2. He's also a veteran from the U.S. Air Force, as well as
well,
a commander at the American
commander
Legion
for the American Legion post
in Niskayuna, correct?
Right, yes,
post 1092, if
post
I remember.
1092, that's correct.
Correctly,
yes,
you have quite a few credentials here, Joe.
So it seems, and it's nice to have so many people that are very helpful in making all that happen too.
Well, great.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of work. You were a first responder at one time, is that correct?
I was, yes. Back after I came home from the Air Force, I was working as a security guard up at the Saratoga Harness Track, and I saw a gentleman there that had a logo on his back that said Wilton Emergency Squad, and I asked what it was about. They said they were looking for people to become EMTs, and from back then, in my early 20s, I became an emergency medical technician and did that for almost 30 years.
And so now you have the EMT background and you're a veteran, which
EMT,
leads
firefighter,
us to
right.
firefighter, which leads us to where we are today with the ministry that you have, the Divine Guardian Ministry.
That's right.
Which primarily focuses on veterans and first responders, although
Correct.
I know it's more global, but it primarily.
Absolutely.
So tell me about that. What was your mission in starting that?
Well, as you mentioned, the mission in starting that was to focus on the needs of the community for veterans, for first responders, and to be out there to help them. It's so difficult for a church that has the 4 walls, if you will, to be there for everybody all the time. It's very difficult. What Divine Guardian Ministries is what we consider, it's considered to be a parachurch. It works outside those 4 walls. Now we base everything between our home and the American Legion post up in Niskayuna, post 1092. But wherever and whenever people see us, they always talk to us about, what their needs are, other people's needs. We're starting to get phone calls now on many other people through Divine Guardian Ministries. And when I started taking a look for equipment to be able for us to use out on the road, this little notification popped up about this New York State Chaplain Task Force. And I said, wow, this just fits in so nicely with the whole scope and the mission of serving the community in this different type of a Christian ministry. What's nice about the New York State Chaplain Task Force is it doesn't focus mainly on Christianity.
I was just going to say to you that you mentioned the word parachurch, and a parachurch tends to go outside of and beyond a denomination.
That's right.
So you're not limited in that denomination of Christianity, though you're a Christian minister.
That's right.
All right. So so you started this. You had a passion, I'm going to guess, for first responders and veterans, and I want to stay there for just a moment.
Of course.
Many of us understand, well, peripherally anyway, we understand the challenges veterans have. What are the challenges first responders have? What are their unique needs?
And it's similar. I'm not going to say the same because there are some differences, but very similar to those of the veteran. A lot of these organizations are what are considered paramilitary organizations. They still have a chain of command, and just like those who have served in the military, our first responders, police, firefighter, EMS, and the like, all have seen at one point in time in their life some type of event that's going to cause them either some type of critical incident stress or traumatic stress. And having gone through the program when I lived in Pennsylvania and going through critical incident stress debriefing as a counselor, it parlayed into something so much more when I was able to fix that and focus that into the ministry here and be able to provide that spiritual and pastoral care for those who needed it after in the event of some kind of a stressful situation or a stressful event.
Traumatic situation.
Exactly.
So as a chaplain, this chaplain task force, and I know it's the greater Capital Region
Yes.
division of the New York State
Correct.
Capital Task Force, what are you doing, you and other chaplains doing for the community as a whole?
The chaplain task force is absolutely amazing with what they can do, because it's not only focusing on just the needs out in the community. We can go into hospitals, hospice, into people's homes if they would like us to. We can meet them someplace they feel more comfortable. And as a chaplain, we minister to all. Our motto is that we bring order in the midst of chaos and hope in the midst of despair. The chaplains can be there for a multitude of different situations, as a chaplain would in any military situation. The chaplains are for the police force. We are community crisis chaplains, every one of us who have gone through the instruction and the training, and we can serve in multiple different facets, though some of us focus on more focused on, some of them may focus more so in the hospital situation. Some of us may focus more so in the needs of the community or in for first responders, what have you. So as a minister, I can have a dual purpose where I personally can focus on the needs of the Christian, but I can also step outside that realm, take the Christianity part out of it, and just be there for ministry of presence, or be able to minister, help with the spiritual pastoral needs of anyone of any type of faith.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely
really
beautiful. What drove you specifically to continue on? So you're in the Air Force,
Yes.
right? And we just heard that you saw the Wilton, EMS
Yeah.
sign, and then you went this path. What brought you to go on to become a Christian minister and a chaplain as well?
It's been a passion, and I served as a chaplain for multiple different organizations that I had been in over the decades, if you will. And that I wanted to take that calling has always been there,
Okay.
and I wanted to really take that out and do something more with it. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not full time that I do this right now. It's something I would love to do full time, given the opportunity down the road.
Most of us have
Yeah.
to have some other source
Exactly.
of income.
We still have the bills to
And
pay. That's
I'm
right.
a healer as well, and I do healing work, and that is my passion,
Right.
my calling.
Mhm.
But there's always something else a little bit that needs
Exactly.
to balance, and,
Right.
and that's okay. It all works out within its time, right?
And it does. And the nice part about it, and Lisa Marie, is that it all ties in together. Everything ties in together. When I'm at my regular place of employment, people will come to me and talk to me about their needs or the needs of somebody that they know in the community. And it grows and it parlays, and one thing starts to intertwine with the other, and it all just fits. And I am thankful for that every day that I happen.
And you bring peace in. Do not forget this piece. Not that you did, but that
No.
you bring peace into that environment as well.
Yes, yes.
Just your presence
Right.
in that other work environment is a peaceful, calming
And
event for people.
Exactly, and
Right.
it does the same thing for the American Legion. It does the same thing for all these other organizations and meetings and such that I go to, where people feel comfortable.
So we are where we need to be.
Exactly.
For people's healing.
Exactly.
Give me, if you would, Joe, a few benefits of that people will receive, or have received from the work that you have personally done with them.
Well, there's as far as our veterans are concerned, there's one gentleman who contacted me, very distraught after losing a member of his family, his spouse, and he wasn't quite sure what was happening after he found more and more information out about what things that could have been done to prevent her passing, but that she was just ready to go. It took a toll on him, but in speaking with him and sitting down, he realized that he only had a limited amount of control. We can't necessarily control the actions of others. However, what we can control is our reaction and what we can do about it, whether we take that as hurtful to ourselves or whether we take that as a learning experience so that we can be prepared for what lies ahead.
Right. Beautiful.
And with that, especially during this season here, we see people in lots of distress, people that may not have anyone. And that's a key focus that I just received a message on today from our headquarters in New York City for the New York State Chaplain Task Force, is to be able to focus on those who are in need right now. People need to understand that their last option is not to harm others or harm themselves.
Right.
They have other options, and they have people like the Divine Guardian Ministries team and the team at the New York State Chaplain Task Force, their own clergy or their own ministers or whoever the case might be that they can talk to.
Just to know they're not alone.
Exactly.
Really,
Exactly.
we're not alone, though we feel that we are too, right? And we have
Exactly.
a divine presence with us all the time, in addition to having people like you and your team. So that's beautiful. Joe, anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up?
Well, Divine Guardian Ministries is not only there for the support of the New York State Chaplain Task Force in the Greater Capital Region, but we also have other services available. We can take our service and take it to any facility that we need. Any people that have a need for any type, even marital, any funeral services, we can do memorial services, we can do anything. And if people feel that need, they can contact us. If they can go to our website, divineguardian.org. There's a crisis helpline there. We don't call it a hotline because we want it to be a true help to people. They can reach out for that. They can contact us there. They can contact us on Facebook by the webpage. The New York State Chaplain Task Force has their Facebook page as well. And in fact, we have classes going on all the time. If someone's interested in becoming a chaplain,
do they need to have that ministry background first?
They do not need to have any ministry background at all. None of the folks that just are the current graduating class have had any ministry background whatsoever, except for being involved in their local ministry or their local church or whatever. But they've reached out to the community, and they all did such a great job, and I'm so proud of every one of them that we have.
Thank you for all that you do.
Oh, it's my honor, truly.
Thank you for all that you do. If you would like more information about Joe, go online to divineguardian.org. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I do hope you found my guests to be informative and inspirational, and I do encourage you to reach out to them with any questions you may have. Please do stop by Salon, Music to My Hair Academy and Salon in Latham, or reach out to Joe Kelleher if you are struggling this holiday season. As always, I am always here for you and always available to you for any health and nutrition tips that you would like, as well as any counseling. I specialize in couples counseling and depression and anxiety. And if you are feeling these things through this holiday season, please do reach out to me, Lisa Marie, at inspiringwellnesssolutions.com or inspiringwellnesssolutions.com, the website. Well, I do wish you a happy and healthy holiday season. I wish you the best. Happy New Year. And until next time, be happy, be healthy, and be alive.